Welcome back, everyone. I'm so glad you're here. So, we are going to continue our nerve pain saga today. But first of all, I want to say welcome back to all my regulars. And if you're new here, welcome. Glad to have you. This is the second video on the nerve pain. I will leave links in each video as well of the other videos, depending on if it's 2 or 3. I'm not sure. I'm sure I can get it into 3, but possibly may get it into this one. But there will be links in the description for each video that goes with it. So anyway, let's continue on. So let's recap. The last time I told you I had x-rays on my feet, just regular x-rays, and then standing x-rays, both of which were normal. I had an EMG nerve conduction test, again, was normal. I am not diabetic. My A1C and blood sugars are always normal. A1C was perfect, 4.8. And at this point, this is what we've done as far as trying to figure this out. And I'm also on a pain medication and taking gabapentin, maxed out dose. So, I gotta scoot around, guys. My back gets to hurting too, sitting in this chair. So anyway, at this point, I'm working, suffering, but I'm managing. You know, and I don't like to have on a pair of shoes, so every chance I got, took my shoes off, but just wore my socks if I was, where I could sit for a little bit. So anyway, the provider that I worked for, which is one that I also saw as my doctor, she's awesome. And she suggested that I see the foot doctor that came to our clinic once a week. I said, okay, sure, because we done what we knew to do. So here he's a foot doctor, he specializes in this area. So I agreed, and he was there. He came in on Wednesdays usually, and so I made an appointment to see him. So we talked and discussed what was going on with my feet, filled him in. He kind of knew what was, what I'd taken, what had been done, yada yada yada. He said right away, I can tell you right now what's wrong. And I was like, really? Here I am trying to figure this out. Everything's showing up normal. What's wrong? Tell me. He said, you have a Morton's neuroma in each foot. I'm like, really? What's the odds of that? And what is a Morton's neuroma? So basically, to make it simple, a Morton's neuroma is like a cyst or tumor type thing involving the nerves of your feet. And I'm sorry if y'all hear background noise, because Neil and the dogs, there's no telling what they're doing. But anyway, it's like a little, it's not big. It's not big at all. I've done, a little bit of research on it. If you want to look it up, just Google Morton's neuroma, and you'll find all kinds of stuff on it. So anyway, he says, the only way to get rid of this thing is to do surgery. But we can try a cortisone shot in each of your feet. I'm like, okay, I'm game, because y'all, I'm hurting. I'm at a point of desperation, So I seen him late in the afternoon, and my work day was almost done. But I seen him, and we did the cortisone shots in each foot. He did it in the top of my feet near the neuromas. And, the shots didn't really hurt. He would, done a good job on those. And, didn't really give me any instructions as far as what, he just said, just keep your feet propped up tonight, blah, 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 and I said, is it okay to work tomorrow? He said, yes. Okay. So, got my shots, put my shoes back on, went back to work. Of course, like I said, it was kind of the end of the day, so I was kind of at the point of sitting where, you know, we were pretty much done with patients for the day, and I had stuff to do on the computer. So I was getting all that done, you know, and my feet were hurting, of course, still. Got home. Neil's always been really good about taking care of things if I can't, or if I don't need to be up, whatever. And so, you know, he took care of everything that night, took care of the dogs, took care of supper, whatever, and I didn't have to do anything except lay there with my feet up, which is what I did. And I did put ice pack on them, because the ice felt really good at that point, because my feet burn so bad sometimes it's like they're on fire. I'm surprised when I touch the ice pad, it don't smoke and make it hot. But anyway, they're not really that hot, but they feel that hot to me. So, got the shots and went back to work the next day, hurting still. Even worse than the day before. The shots were not helping. So I sat with my feet on an ice pack, off and on, for 2 solid days, because like I said, that was on a Wednesday. Sorry guys. That was on a Wednesday evening when I saw him, or afternoon, and so I still had 2 days of work left for the week. And I worked with some really awesome nurses, so they took good care of me and kept me from being up any more than I had to be. You know, sometimes you just got to. You gotta help. So it is what it is. And Thursdays was usually a busy day for us, and Fridays sometimes. Thursdays, I think we had all of our providers there, but on Fridays there was one that was her day off, so we only had 2 providers, so everybody seen, you know, one of the 2. So we kind of try to split that if it was, you know, walk-in patients. But anyway, like I said, I worked with some really good nurses, and they took really good care of me. My provider was good to me. She understood what was going on. So, you know, the weekend came, and I, again, feet up, you know, trying to relieve this pain. And it's still no relief, really. None. None whatsoever. So, I go back to see the doctor, the foot doctor, the following week when he comes back. And we talked about the shots and that I had had no relief. And he said, well, you know, your only other option as far as getting rid of the pain is to have surgery. Like I said, guys, desperate at this point for some relief, because I just couldn't imagine hurting any worse than I already was. So we set up the surgery date, and you know, it was an outpatient surgery, and he normally did not do surgery on both feet at the same time. He said that just, you don't do it. But we were trying to get me done, get me back to work, get me some relief so I could get back to work. Y'all, I needed to work. So, you know, nobody's going to pay my bills. And at this point, I think right before this, Neil and I split up before the surgery. And so I was by myself when I had the surgery. So I'm just going to say I had the surgery, and I'm not going to get this into 2 videos. I'm going to need to do a 3rd one. But like I said, we're going to leave it there. I've seen the foot doctor. I'm taking my medicine. I've had cortisone shots, and now we're scheduling surgery. So when I come back, I'll talk to you about the surgery and the afterwards of the surgery and what happened. But I'm going to leave it here for now. Like I said, I'll leave links in each video for the other videos in this series. And I hope that you will stay with me and follow me, because I just feel like this is something I need to talk about, and I needed to share with you guys. So please give me a thumbs up, guys. Leave me some comments, talk to me, let's discuss this, continue to discuss this. And I love you guys, so hugs and loves to everyone, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.